Oh, hello there, Site-42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. And welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director and Head Containment Specialist here at Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. And as we have done for the past 8 months plus and counting, the daily streak remains strong. I am here for, let's say, the next hour-ish, to answer your questions about the inner workings of this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff that contain them, the groups of interest who try to stop us, very rudely I might add, from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, perhaps they're from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. Either way, we are here for about an hour. But before I start the standard Q&A, let me begin with some housekeeping. First and foremost, Dr. Optimus, congratulations on being the #1 most punctual member of the Containment Hazard Assessment Team, i.e., congratulations on being first. Dr. Puppeteer, Philip November, Game 1 Peeps, Affleck, Kitten Kinsey, Amber, Dr. Darkstar, The Foundation P3P, Senior Researcher Alex, Legendary Doge, Rosehill, Light Steve, XL Official Games, Pixel Periton, Chester Factory, Silent Follower, Researcher Last, Dr. Puppeteer, Nikki Knackle. Anyone else? Carlton! Everyone whomst I have just named, thank you for coming to stream punctually, and thank you for being members of Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service. The more green names we have, the more likely we are to win the battle against the white names. So we thank you for your membership and your service. Finally, some person, Scarlet and Stellaris, Joey Smith, Hazard, and Oswald the Scarlet King. Welcome to stream today. Thank you for being punctual. And thank you for being here, just for being you. You know what? King of ADHD, I'm going to say you are right under the wire there. Thank you for being punctual, and thank you for being a member as well. But by this much. Now, the second piece of our housekeeping is surprise inspection. That's right, Mobile Task Force Psi-42 codename Signal Boosters. I don't know if you remember or not, but yesterday I gave you a mission. There's a video about whether or not we should have an SCP TV series on the channel, Keter Labs. And I told you, you better go, and you better comment. Amber, I already saw you in the chat as it was flying by, like, oops, I forgot to comment. Well, yep, you're getting caught. Because I went over to that video, and I refreshed it, and I checked the comments. And let's see, who do we have here in the comments of, is an SCP TV series even possible, by friend of the channel and SCP live-action filmmakers, Keter Labs. So, who do I know, username-wise, in these comments? Well, I do recognize Just Pitt, who also said the Dr. Sherman sent us and desk threatened us to watch this. Very good. If you don't have a comment on a video like this, saying Dr. Sherman sent us, desk sent us, Site-42 sent us, Mobile Task Force Psi-42 reporting for duty, it does 2 good things. Number 1, it gives you something to comment when you don't have something to comment. You just want to say, hey, reporting in from Dr. Sherman, reporting in from Site-42. That is something you can do. It gives you something to say. Secondarily, selfishly, if you say Dr. Sherman or Site-42 sent us, that makes the person who made the video go, who is Dr. Sherman? Who is Site-42, in case they don't know who we are? It's how we build the signal antenna of Site-42 stronger. So if that works both ways, if you got nothing better to say, of course, feel free to comment actual things as well. But if you got nothing else to say, that benefits everyone. Dr. Reed, SCP. I see you commented. Good work. Hazard, I see you in here. Good work. You passed inspection today. Nico Iki. Good stuff Dr. Sherman sent me. That's a comment. You did it. Good work. Roar caution! I see you in here with a comment. You did it. Good work. Now, do I recognize any other names here as I scroll down? You see, that was the time frame after I gave the order. So anyone who commented before that may or may not be a Site42 viewer, but they would still pass the inspection. So I'm just rolling through. There's quite a bit of comments. Undead Nuclear Gamer. HOS, I don't remember the rest of your username right now because I'm very tired. This is a coffee break for a reason. But the channel Undead Nuclear Gamer is a fellow SCP Foundation Shorts creator. So if you're not following Undead Nuclear Gamer, I suggest it. And shout out for your good Mobile Task Force Psi-42 work. Scrolling through. What do we find? Who do we know? Oh, it seems I've reached the end of the comments. And in that case, I would say in the future, I want to be saying more of your names, Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters. But please, give a round of applause for those who did their due diligence. You passed inspection. I look forward for more of them in the future. Wait, refresh, I swear I commented. SCP-049 Plague Doctor, if I refresh and you commented right before inspection, then I guess that is suitable. But just like Bombus ADHD earlier, right under the line. Oh, there's Tarleton Fox too. Good to see ya. Yes, you missed stream, but so that is an acceptable reason to have missed the order. But keep it up in a bevy of, oh no, I failed an inspection. What? Why am I here? The new comments. This is great. I love this even more. This is hilarious. Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters. Y'all are the best. You know that? The best of the Foundation. That's why you guys are the #1 Foundation Mobile Task Force hot dog eating champions every dang year. I believe it. Whew. Okay. So, keep up the good work, Mobile Task Force Psi-42. Even those of you who missed it, be proud of your team members who picked up the slack. You know, not everyone is going to be perfect, but it's a team effort. If we all work together, that's how we succeed. So yes, don't feel too bad if you missed it, but get it next time. You've got this. Very funny, very good. Now let me get these donations that have come in, and then I will jump to general Q&A. Starting with a Ko-Fi notification that I want to make sure I don't miss. Dr. Dark Star, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Thank you for making the effort to go through the Ko-Fi. They have a 3% tax on donations rather than YouTube Super Chats' 30% tax. So when you go through Ko-Fi, we see more of it, and we appreciate the effort. Make sure to grab yourself some candy canes on your way past the commissary. I just got out of the research and medical labs. My lab coat with the Hulk Shorts compound is complete, and they had me under full till this morning. Did you need to go under anesthesia to have a lab coat made? Did they attach it to you somehow? Oh, yes, because it goes into your scales. Now I remember. Okay, yes, I'm caught up. So, well, welcome back to the world of living. Good to have you back. I hope it functions and there's no terrible side effects. Intern Pritchard and Chaos, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Philip November, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some roast beast on your way past the commissary. Does 682 like eggnog hot chocolate? SCP-682 will not be gifted any hot chocolate eggnog, or any other gifts. It is a genocidal murder lizard. It doesn't get treats. Affleck, thank you for donating again. No, thank you for donating the first time. What am I saying? Affleck, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some eggnog and do not give it to 682 on your way past the commissary. Dr. The Ron Chairman. The Ron Chair. Oh, I see. I see. I thought I was being Ron Burgundied for some reason, but I'm caught up. How's it going? I got sent as an emissary from the Shark Punching Center. We found a shark that might be the issue of you pansies. You adult Shark Punching Center weirdos. We're not pansies, we're scientists who do not train in boxing or other martial arts. And so, yes, we were not likely to win a fight, and that might... But we have very cool weapons, so we're cool here. We're cool here. Anyways, take your shark and stick it in your tank or something. Captain Evil Greasy John, thank you for your 1-month membership as a Mobile Task Force Captain here at Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Hello, I've recently played this game called SCP Site Phoenix. The game is amazing, and I'll make some fan art of the SCPs. You will see me again soon. I have not heard of this SCP Site Phoenix game. This is news to me. Site Phoenix is a Roblox game. Okay. That'll be why I haven't heard of it. But I'm seeing YouTube videos from August of 2025, so apparently it's been around for a little bit, and it's doing well enough that there are multiple... Oh, okay, these are all videos by the same person, but they are making multiple videos about the same thing, which means it must be interesting in some way, so good for them. I hope you're enjoying your gaming. Blake Davis, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a chocolate croissant on your way past the commissary. Outer Deity saying hi again. Well, hello to you, you eldritch thing, you. Researcher Beatrice, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a eggnog chocolate candy on your way past the commissary. What's today's streak of being accident and breach free? I haven't been here for a while and thus don't know recent events. Let me check the logs. Days since last containment breach. It seems... Oh, we're at 3 whole days. 3 whole days. Not bad, team. Not bad. Love to see it. Philip November, thank you for donating again to say, have we tried forcing that thing down 682's gullet? I don't know. All I do know is that in that thing's document on the SCP database, the data expunge test performed with 682 caused 682 to be completely destroyed. No regeneration. We don't know what it did, but it must have been horrible. Demon Sniper, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some hot cocoa on your way past the commissary. If you could keep one SCP personally, not SCP-999 though, who would you keep? If I could have one SCP personally, today, you know, we get asked this question so much, so every day it's a different answer. Today, I think I'm going to keep, farm, raise, and distribute SCP-420-J. I think that could be a highly beneficial and lucrative venture. There's your answer for today. That 420-J. Kitten Kinsey, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some pine needle tea on your way past the commissary. Joke's on whoever put the Snyders in my office. I found out I can talk to them. Oh no. No, the Snyders is spreading to other sites and other site staff. No. No, burn them. Burn them. And then burn whoever put them in the office. I don't care if you can talk to them. Tell them that you're lighting them on fire as you light them on fire. No. Captain Evil Greasy John, I didn't miss your member message. I answered it. You might want to go back in the VOD. You might have not been paying attention. Nikki Knackle, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a fruitcake on your way past the commissary. Have you any jokes today? Also, I made a new hat. SCP dad jokes of today. Let's think. You know, I was doing a stand-up set in the commissary in front of SCP-507, the tomatoes that fly at you if you tell a joke they consider bad, so fast that they may injure or kill you. And I gotta say, the problem with any jokes told in front of that anomaly in particular, I mean, it's just a matter of interpretation after all. You say tomato, I say tomato. Tomato. You get it. I know you get it. Philip November, thank you for donating again. Infinity Gems versus the Gate Guardian. When you say Infinity Gems, are you talking about the Infinity Stones from the Marvel Universe? I think someone who had all the Infinity Stones would be able to nullify the Gate Guardian. I think they are far too powerful at bending reality compared to the Gate Guardian's power set. All right, I have a curiosity. People in the comments of my videos and people in the stream have been utilizing the phrase SCP Wish I Knew. I don't know what this is. Let's find out together. Okay, it seems this is another brain rot. This is the new SCP-67 meme. Dear Lord, I am not ready. All right, let's go to a reputable source of meme interest. Now, here's the deal. We are completely content stealing to get this explanation. So, Lessons in Meme Culture, the YouTube channel. We are doing this for educational purposes. I want to know what you know. And, yes, give us good information. Let me pause this music and see what we say here. What the hell is happening?
Wish I knew. SCP has been blasting around the internet in the form of a disembodied head complete with glowing eyes, singing a catchy song that sounds ethereal in its execution. Whilst it appears eerie and otherworldly, the original clip was made by Zachary Agaizu for his album So Chopped, and he posted the visuals for it on the 7th of December. He's no stranger to messing about with whacked-out visuals and dreamy audio, as most of his posts involve extremely entertaining interpretations of his own music. However, since he posted the floating singing head, it would appear that it has been turned into something different thanks to digital culture. It's been converted into brain rot, referencing the ever-popular nature of the SCP Foundation, which has consistently remained one of the internet's largest communal projects. Whilst SCP Ooh Wish I Knew hasn't been officially added to the SCP Compendium, it does demonstrate how widespread the Foundation has become in regards to pop culture. The digital ecosystem has seen the rise and fall of many cryptids, with a large chunk of them becoming memes over the years. As a result, the Ooh Wish I Knew trend is testament to the internet's ability to find something completely
Oh,
harmless,
jeez.
and speculation around
Oh, wow.
the threat. It's similar to the rise of 6-7, in which we saw the video of the kid saying 6-7, which became reposted so many times that it was...
Okay, this is long enough, and I think we've got the point.
Perhaps this cycle can be observed as an allegory for the spread.
Okay, I think we have figured out the situation here. And so the answer to our question is just like the 6-7 meme and the SCP-6-7 variant, there's not much to be saying about it, is there? There's not an entity. There's not a thing. There's no there. But, that being said, you know, just like with the 6-7 kid meme, there's maybe 10 to 20% of me that is happy that SCP is relevant enough to be roped into these things whenever they go viral. Anything weird and surreal on the internet, it becomes an SCP meme. So, we take the good with the bad. We find the good in the bad. So yes, now we know what an SCP Wish I Knew is. And we know why I am being constantly inundated with that, the same way we have been inundated with the SCP-6-7 kid meme. Alright, well, I feel thoroughly educated. A little worried about the mental state of humanity, but that's not new. The brain rot economy powers forth. All right, let me catch up on the donations that I missed during that segment. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating to the Ko-Fi twice again. No, because the hair color changing stuff. Remember how a week ago my hair changed color from brown to gray to black? Found to be a normal dragon ability type of my type of dragon. Interesting. Dragons are so weird biologically. It's very interesting. Also, I will be at Painted Desert FurCon next month. Anything you want me to do to help bring people into the site? It would be very funny if you somehow were able to get a bit of gear that looked like Mobile Task Force gear to wear and to recruit people to be the Mobile Task Furries. That would be funny. Are you a member of the Mobile Task Furries of the SCP Foundation? Is a good code name. Philip November, thank you for donating again to clarify that the Infinity Stones were originally called Infinity Gems in the comics. I did not know that. Interesting. What is this about? Well, intern Aaron, welcome to today's stream. In case you're unfamiliar, my name is Dr. Theron Sherman, site director of Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. And this is our daily stream, office hours, or in this case, coffee break with Dr. Sherman, a shorter version of office hours, where I open my office door to you, the Foundation staff. We're somewhere between 30 minutes to 3 hours a day to answer your questions about the inner workings of the SCP Foundation. Sometimes that's details about the anomalies we contain, sometimes it's details about the staff that contain them, maybe it's about the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview. And of course, sometimes it's about memes and brain rot that have nothing to do with the SCP Foundation, but gets linked to us because we are the internet's #1 community of the weird and anomalous. So, hey, at least we got a nice reputation out there. Phil of November, thank you for donating again. I joined the mobile furry task force as I am a furry. The tail on the wiki, and therefore the official title, is Mobile Task Furries. That way they can still be the MTF. We're being picky here at the Foundation. We're very picky. Skull of Kurt, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a brownie on your way past the commissary. Doctor, I have advice to begin a good day. Wow, that YouTube super chat on mobile has a lot of typos. They really got to fix that keyboard. So, what I would say, advice to have a good day, I would make sure to wake up and do at least a little 5-minute exercise and stretch. Stretch your legs out, stretch your back out, wiggle around, get moving. If you can do like yoga for like 10 to 15 minutes, that's even better. But just something to get the blood flowing, to get the endorphins flowing. And then move on to your day. Also, don't check your phone before doing this yoga. Get out of bed, do your little movement and mood lightener, then look at your phone. Because the world is garbage, and people are garbage sometimes, and you don't want to wake up on the wrong side of the bed because of someone else's bullshit. So, get up, get yourself moving, and then you can deal with the slings and arrows of outrageous everything. All right, let me just double check this real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything. Good, good. For simple knowledge, would you have information of sites that have very little security, which the Global Occult Coalition may be successful in breaching? Well, that is a very unorthodox question that I would not consider to... Oh. User Global Occult Coalition UN. I see. I'm not falling for that again. Oh, Dr. Moonston, you are correct. We have 111 likes and 85 viewers. That means we have more likes than viewers. Congratulations, Mobile Task Force PSI-42. Because of your like button hitting, the YouTube algorithm is going to bring us more viewers, some of which will know about the SCP Foundation and therefore will want to hang out with us, and some of them who don't, but want to escape the AI brain rot YouTube Shorts algorithm and join us in a fun creative writing community where cool stuff is made. So keep hitting that like button and thank you for your service. Yes, everyone, I do understand that we are flying moderator free today for our short stream. Please wish the desk well. He is not feeling well and is trying to sleep it off. I believe there is a termite incident. Skull of Kurt, thank you for donating again to ask, is the kitchen of Site-42 good? Well, our commissary is top-notch. It has pretty much anything you can imagine. Our chefs are incredible. that was something I was very specific in getting to improve staff morale, and I think it's done a bang-up job. I've been working really hard on some new fan art of the Gate Guardian. It's on the Discord fan art channel, and I can't wait to send it in to you for Fan Art Friday. Oh, wonderful. Good work. I hope that you indeed make good art. I look forward to seeing it. My friend who works with teens did that 6-7 hand gesture yesterday, and I threatened his life. Unavoidable brain rot. It's out in the world. What else can you do? Just got to learn to survive. It's important when you work at the Foundation to be able to study and practice your cognitive resistance value for any mimetic or info-hazardous situations. It's very similar to increasing your enlightenment as a Buddhist monk. You find the, this is not going to bother me. My cognitive resistance value is so high. You can't annoy me with that, even if it is super annoying. Looking sharp as ever, Dr. Sherman. Well, thank you, Intern Frogs. I had to wear a Christmas shirt today because it's the staff Christmas party over at the gymnasium. And so, obviously, I had to rep the holiday love for this. Ken Kinsey, thank you for donating again. Oh, boss, I wanted to let you know that I made drunk chocolate-covered cherries. They are moonshine cherries. Oh, that's so good. Oh, man. I do enjoy a moonshine cherry. That is the being born in the South part of me. Florida man is on it. Tonight we are getting lit. All hail the infinite fish that just goes on forever, our long and glorious Lord. May we find the head. Amen. Let's get drunk at work. SCP-999 just shot Dr. David. Well, Intern Henry, Dr. David knew better than to do what Dr. David was doing. He had it coming. Anyways. Intern Chezak, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Kitten Kinsey, thank you for donating again and for getting the eggnog. Eggnog is an important part of the holiday season. SCPs are cool. Intern Bell, you are correct in that assessment, but they're also very dangerous. I mean, come on, anomalies, magic objects, you gotta admit, this is kind of cool. It's very interesting. You learn so much about the way the universe works when you find the things that break its laws, but you still have to be careful. That's important. I think that we should send SCP-72 9-J. Oh, this better be good. This better be good. think we should send that thing to Dr. Burns. Yeah. Yeah, all my homies hate Dr. Christopher Burns. Yes. Yes. Please arrange a test between those two. I don't care that he's retired. We'll get him yet. Is SCP-8980 goated? Well, it is one of my favorite SCPs. It is so incredibly well written, despite how disturbing it is, that it went mega viral in writing communities outside of the SCP Foundation. Everyone in different writing subreddits and Twitter spheres were abuzz when 8980 dropped last year. It was weird to see something so dark and twisted and disgusting go so viral. And something that was super long and complicated, not something that was very simple and mimetic. This was a very complex, dark story that went mega viral. So it was very impressive. Yossi, really, tip of the hat. Dr. Sherman, where does SCP-3812 reside? If he, well, it's an it now. It's an anomaly, and anomalies are its. They are objects, not people. So it's an it, not a he. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. If it has existential narrator level of all of our reality, where does it reside in its fullest? Well, the situation is that it resides on all levels simultaneously. It is constantly, imagine a spot, but then that spot splits both ways into a line, and that line is continually, like the universe, expanding and expanding infinitely. So one could say, depending on how many pataphysical narrative levels there truly are, that there are pataphysical narrative levels where Sam Howell, SCP-3812, has not yet reached, if there are that many of them. But it is also a certain fact that if they exist, SCP-3812 will eventually reach them because of its continuing expansion through all the narrative levels. So it started in our narrative level, which means obviously it is now both as real as us and more real than us and less that real than us at the same time. That's a lot. But it doesn't truly reside in any narrative level because it resides in all of them, or at least all the ones it currently is within, while it continues to branch out to all the rest. You feel me? You get me? Is this making sense? I think it's making sense. You're smart cookies. You work for the Foundations after all. So, Dr. Sherman, SCP-3812's basically overlapping the entirety of our universe like the ink in the paper? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. Because, let's say for the sake of argument, here I am in our pataphysical narrative level. And if I open a storybook, then I am looking down at a lower narrative level, pataphysically speaking. Because I exist, and then there's the fiction that exists in the storybook. So I wouldn't say I'm overlapping the storybook. I would just say I do have the ability to tear out a page, to edit it, to draw little doodles, to add to it. And so I have the ability to change the story because I am more real than the fiction. Likewise, Sam Howell, on a higher level than us, has the ability to look down on us like through a window and then change anything it wants to change. The question is, will it do it? And how fucked are we? when it does. Scarlet Stellaris, Dr. Sherman, I have a question. Can you do an updated version on how SCP Foundation would contain Alistair from Has Been Hotel with all the new info we have on him? Well, it's an it. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols of the Foundation. It's still an it. And I don't know what new information there is. I don't keep up with that property. So tell me what I missed. What's new? Let me pop back here. That's the problem with it's the problem with making a video about any entity before its show is done, is there's always new lore and that changes things. Why are you looking up? Well, intern Dave, before I answer you, I want you to think about something. Using context clues, using your critical thinking skills, I want you to imagine, what might I be looking at? What do you think might be there as a reason for me to be looking up? Intern Dave, I want you to give this a try. I'll be waiting for your answer. Alistair Helliverse Wiki, lore, weaponry, skill set, pilot, human, Alistair appearance, personality, abilities. I mean, did Alistair gain any new abilities from the new lore? Or is it just new lore? Because if there's no new abilities, then there's nothing that changes in the containment protocols. You know what I mean? Season 2 is out and Alistair is no longer debuffed. I'm not sure I knew that Alistair was debuffed in the first place. Break free from the deal. I see. There was a deal involved. Again, I don't watch this show, so I need you to give me the intel. He got a 150% power boost. Well, boosted powers would not change the limitations of demon kind. A more powerful demon is still held to the rituals of demon kind no matter how powerful they are. That's the difference between fire magic and faith and these kind of demonological summonings and containments. So just an increase in strength doesn't change anything. It's a matter of what will, is the demon no longer bound by demonic things in the first place? Is it no longer a demon at all? He's completely free of all chains and has nothing keeping him from finding a way to hell. It is still an it, guys. It is still an it. Also, it has no faith. Well, it doesn't need to have faith. The thing is that faith compels demons. Faith compels demons, and that's why holy water works. That's why crosses work. That's why all sorts of things like that work, is they're compelled by faith. And so, it would not matter if Alistair doesn't have faith. It's a demon. Of course it doesn't have faith. The trick is, do we have faith and the ability to wield it in a way? Intern Dave, you think I'm looking at the ceiling? You think that I'm looking up at the ceiling and reading what? Notes that I have taped on the ceiling while I tap on my keyboard? That's what you think is happening? No, it's not an SCP in containment, so he would have pronouns. Amber! Anomalies are still anomalies whether or not they're in containment. You're not going to play that card. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Nice try, but no, 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 no. Redacted Information RRT, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself some chestnuts roasted by an open fire on your way past the commissary. And you didn't send a message with your donation, so simply thank you for your generosity. Dr. Sherman, about SCP-1471. Oh boy, let's find out. If someone who spent their entire life from birth in a white room or in a VR headset were to download the Mallow app, what would happen to them? Where would it appear? Well, the white room, that's meaningless. Then the Mallow entity would appear in the white room. That's easy. But I would be curious if someone who lived in a virtual reality, if the Mallow entity would appear in rooms within the virtual reality, since that's what the person conceives as real. I mean, in all likelihood, the person who lived in a VR like that, they would have to download the Mallow app on a phone in the VR for that to be the case. If they open the Mallow app on a phone in our world, then the Mallow would be in our world. That's just straightforward there. If technology reaches a point that matches that of a mechanical or robotic anomaly, would that anomaly be labeled explained? If the technology was not anomalous, just sufficiently advanced, and we reached that point of technology, then yes, it could be switched to explained. Yes, that is possible. Kitten Kinsey, thank you for donating again to ask genuine question. If some doctors have anomalous, I assume you mean anomalous and not anonymous, anomalous powers, does that make them anomalies? If so, does that mean all of them have to be called it? The answer is the only anomalies who get called by their proper pronouns, who are treated as people instead of objects, are anomalies who are staff at the Foundation. If you are loyal enough to the Foundation that we allow you to be a staff member despite being anomalous, then you are treated as a person and not an object. Therefore, you get pronouns. But if they are contained, or if they are to be contained, because they're not in containment but they should be contained, then they are anomalous, they are objects, they are its. Is this clear? We don't humanize anomalies, because then we're gonna feel all guilty about containing them for life without parole. And then someone's gonna be a soft, bleeding heart and free the anomalies, and then they might as well go join the Serpent's Hand at that point. Those hippies. So no. Only staff anomalies get personhood, therefore get pronouns. Otherwise, if it's anomalous, it's an object, it goes in a box. Dr. Sherman, I got a question about the never-ending mug. What if you just put an object inside it to prevent it to fill up? You're talking about SCP-198, which is... Never-ending mug is a nice thing to call it. Is that the actual cup code name? No, the actual code name is Cup of Joe. And, it's a never-ending cup of disgustingness that you have to drink until you die, which is not fun. But the answer is no. if you fill up, remember that the mug that you're talking about, SCP-198, now for those who are unfamiliar, this mug, let's imagine that there's a coffee mug in your house. And when you grab it, it binds to your hand permanently, just singes itself to your hand, and now it's stuck there forever. And it is constantly filling with a disgusting combination of all the grossest bodily fluids. It's just wretched. But because the cup is bound to you, you are unable to receive sustenance or hydration from any other food or drink in the world except for the mug now. And so now you are cursed to chug this mug until you die, which you will because it's gross. I'm gagging thinking about it. Not as bad as that thing, but it's up there. So, the problem with this is if you were to somehow destroy that mug, let's say it unbound from its victim, then another researcher was able to use some metal pincers to pick it up and smash it. The properties of the mug transfer to another cup. We would have to find the cup, and the only way to find it is to have D-Class touch all the cups until one sticks to them, which is a loss of resources. So, if you fill the mug in a way where it can't fill, it will likely continue to fill with fluid, and either that fluid will push the obstruction out, or the mug itself will break under the pressure, causing the anomaly to transfer to a new mug. So no, that's not a way to stop the anomaly is the answer. And yes, SCP-198 is horrifying. Go read it if you want to have a bad time. Intern Kazi, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Low Key, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to get yourself some cinnamon rolls on your way past the commissary. Psi-42 Tactical EMS has been set up now, Doc. That's good. We're going to need it after tonight's Christmas party. Things are going to get wild. But Dr. Sherman, the cross and stuff might not work, as I'm pretty sure Viv said it's not completely Christianity, it's a combo of multiple religions, which is why I'm curious on how. Well, Scarlet and Stellaris, it doesn't matter if it's not specifically Christianity. That religious mixture will have its own faith-based protocols. There are plenty of demons who are demons of Buddhist religion that are contained via that way. The K-pop demon hunters with the Han Moon. That is a Korean mythology, but it's still a faith-based mythology. And so just because it's a different faith from Christianity doesn't mean that it is a difference. And in fact, very often, you can battle a demon of another culture because of your faith in your own religion. And so it is wholly possible that if a Christian rock group landed in Korea, they could seal the Han Moon too if they had enough faith in their abilities. Are you a scientist or an administrator? Intern noob, porque no los dos. I am the site director of Site-42, therefore I am an administrator, but I was formerly a researcher, and I still do research projects from time to time. It's a hobby. Every guy's got to have their hobbies. But yes, I am site director, and so I do a lot more administration these days rather than pure research. Hope we pass the inspection. Ever since Dr. Redacted got fired, containment has become so much easier. Well, go ahead and check out the beginning of stream to see how we passed our surprise inspection today. Finally finished that fan art. Expect an email from me very soon. Pink Suri, you say finally like you've been working on it a long time, but you seem to draw very, very quickly, as far as I can tell. So, and I don't mean that in a way that's insulting. I mean, you're doing very high quality work very quickly. And so, the word finally seems funny here. But still, I look forward to seeing your art. Here we go again. What would happen if you looked at SCP-096's face while in space? Well, intern noob, do you see how fast 096 can run? 096 can run very fast. It's got very strong legs. It doesn't skip leg day. If you were in space and 096 got wind of that, it would use those strong getaway sticks and that massive squat booty to jump right up into space. You wouldn't have a shot. You'd be got. Lol, I do. I usually take around 3 to 5 hours per piece. I also drew you a bonus comic in which 049 gets humiliated. Delightful. Yes, very exciting. Dr. Sherman, how do we search for bear entities on the SCP Wiki? So, if you went to the SCP database, and on the SCP database, you see in the upper right corner the search function. You click search to go to the search. Now, of course, you could just type in bear, and bear is going to bring up a lot of options, and you would scroll through all the bears. There's one of my favorites, SCP-1313, solve for bear, the mathematical formula that causes a bear to spawn if you solve it. Everyone loves SCP-2295, the bear with a heart of patchwork. It's adorable. Everyone hates SCP-1048, the builder bear. Terrible anomaly. We hate that guy. Not pictured here is another one of my favorites, the town that got fucked by bears. I do appreciate the SCP that is just a town that got fucked by bears. What I would also do is I might search its genus. Its Latin genus, technical scientific name, because a lot of anomalies use genus tags. So isn't it Ursa or Ursine for bears? Bear. Ursa. Yeah, so you can look for Ursine entities on the database as well. That's how I would do it anyways. Oh, me oh my, Site-42 staff. We are in the last 4 minutes of stream and I didn't even notice. We have 4 minutes left, everyone. Get your last questions in. Last opportunity, last call for questions, and then we'll have to wait for tomorrow's stream. And remember, we stream every single day, have been for 8 months and counting. If you don't know when we stream, that's because no one knows when we stream, not even me. Life at the Foundation is chaotic. And so, make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to know when we go live. Or, because YouTube notifications are a little iffy, they don't always work, you can go to the Site-42 Discord server, and there, if you are 18 or plus, remember, we are an adult community. If you are in the Discord server, there's a role that we ping at the beginning of every stream, the live alert role. So you can get that then. Aflac, thank you for donating again to say, I play Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. Everything is now essentially a graveyard swamp. Well, can you clean that up before the Christmas party? That sounds messy. Intern Frets, welcome to Site42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Amber, thank you for your 25-month member message as a level 1 researcher here at Site42. I guess I'll stick around another month. And we're lucky to have you, Amber. Best staff of all is the Site42 staff. Skullwolf Kurt, thank you for donating again to say, I almost finished a fan SCP I made. Oh no! The browser was defeated by the epicness of your message. I need to refresh it. I almost finished a fan-made SCP I made for. It's still a prototype, but can I share it as a fan art for Friday fan art? You gotta watch out for the rules on Fan Art Friday. The thing is, one of the many rules, there are many rules because we have to moderate what goes on stream. Fan Art Friday fan arts cannot be original characters or OC SCPs. Now you can include your OC alongside canon elements, but at least 50% of the art needs to be Dr. Sherman or Desk or other canon SCP elements, because this is Fan Art Friday for the SCP Foundation and Site42. It's not an OC show-off time. So put your SCP OC alongside some other SCPs, now you're talking. Lava Tiger, thank you for donating again for the first time today, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Blondie on your way past the commissary. What does SCP-001 sheet of paper? Well, it's sheath of paper, but what does that do? SCP-001 sheath of papers. Do. Basically, it is a sheaf of papers that every time we look at a new one, a new SCP appears. And so the question is, are the papers predicting SCPs that will appear? Or by reading the paper, are we causing the SCP to appear? It's a little back and forth there. But yes, we don't know exactly what it does, but that's the baseline. $369 Destroyer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some apple cider on your way past the commissary. Doc, what is your favorite SCP-173 redesign so far? There's a lot of good ones, though. Today I'm going to go with Trevor Henderson's 173 design. Trevor Henderson's was really good. Jet Winner, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some cranberry sauce on your way past the commissary. Hope everything is all right on your end, Dr. Sherman, and have a happy holidays. Well, thank you kindly, and I hope you have happy holidays as well. My favorite one is the one Keter Labs used. Oh, Tarleton Fox. Keter Labs' 173 redesign is super cool. And a practical model, not CG. Love that. Practical effects in film. That's why we want live action SCP stuff. Yes! All right, now Site42 staff, that brings us to the end of stream. And as always, at the end of stream, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. Now, I'm not going to tell you the SCPs I personally wrote are my favorites. That would be cheating. But if you want to read the SCPs I personally wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page in Site42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs I wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're on that page, next to the SCPs I personally wrote, one tab over, there's some links. Some links people are often very curious to find, but they just don't look hard enough. It's so sad. And I wouldn't want a sad thing to happen to you, so I want to make sure you find those links on my author page. And while you're at those links, you can hit the Patreon to become a patron of Site42, or the YouTube memberships to become a member if you want to donate to us monthly. You can do Ko-Fis or YouTube Super Chats to donate to us once at a time. Either way, direct donations are the easiest way to keep the Site42 ship flying, so we appreciate your help in that matter. And hey, in fact, Christmas bonuses just went out, so we greatly appreciate your help in that. Sheesh. But if you are part of the Broke Gang, if you are a starving artist, we are an arts community, they happen, we get it. You are still a valued and honored member of Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename the Signal Boosters. And because of your help, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting on our videos and streams, as well as the videos and streams of other SCP YouTubers like Keter Labs, Andrea Joshua Asnakar, Just Alice, because of your help with engagement, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and all that, the videos get more reach, which might get them more engagement people or more money people. We need both to make the SCP projects we want to see in the future. So I thank you both for your service, Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename Signal Boosters. It's your help that'll get us to support the SCP Wiki and its authors, artists, animators, game devs, filmmakers, merch makers, etc. Before I jump to my favorite SCPs, I got a Ko-Fi notification I don't want to forget. Dr. Darkstar, thank you for donating again to say, hey Doc, I will be going into hibernation for a few days, see you in a week or so. Well, hey, we'll see you when you wake up. It is pretty cold out there. But remember, the daily streams remain going on. The streak remains strong. That means we will be doing stream on Christmas, everyone. We will be doing stream on New Year. I don't know what time, but pay attention. Don't miss the notifications. Okay, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one is a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, 8980. Content warning on the last one. Site-42 staff. This has been Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director of Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you at the next coffee break with, or Dr. Office Hours with, Dr. Sherman. I found out long ago, it's a long way down the holiday road. Oh, holiday road, holiday road. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Oh, take a ride on a West Coast kick. Whoa, holiday road. Holiday road. The credit song is Holiday Road by Lindsey Buckingham. Be safe, be well, secure, contain, protect.